when you talk about gospel music, I don't care whether it's R&B gospel, whether it is country gospel, whether it is southern gospel, if it's contemporary, you immediately think of a person who has given and meant so much to Christian music. And you talk about legends. We have a legend that's here sharing with us today, and she's none other than Miss Dottie Rambo herself. And let me welcome you to the program.
Thank you, Tommy. My pleasure.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine.
We go back a long way,
We
don't
really do. You know, it's so unique when people come to do the program and they remember the times they spent in the walls of WSM, now WSMV
Yeah.
television. And we've been doing a little reminiscing. But
Yeah.
I want to talk about you.
Okay.
I want to talk about Dottie. Let's go back to a little bit about your childhood.
Okay. First thing people want to know is how many songs have you written? Well, that's jumping ahead, but 2,500 is an easy account. But I just thought I'd get out of the way. But I wrote my first song when I was 8. And I was sitting down by my favorite little creek. And I just loved to hear the birds and watch the squirrels in the spring. And you had to go barefoot. I couldn't afford shoes in the summer, you know. And I ran all the way home and I said, Mother, listen to what I wrote. And Mother looked at me and she said, Dottie, you sure that you didn't copy that out of a book? And I said, no, ma'am. She knew I didn't lie. And I said, no, ma'am, I was sitting by the creek and something went all over me like it does when I'm around my grandpa, blind preacher, her daddy. When I get around you sometimes, and when I'm around you both, it's something incredible. So I wrote my first song then, and then when I was 12, my daddy got real abusive mentally with me when I became a Christian. And I was doing country, playing Walking the Floor with You and all that on the radio back when I was a little girl, 11 years old. And but when I became a Christian, he told me I either had to make a choice. He said, I don't want a Babacostal in my home. So I had to make a choice, either lay there and stay there, rather, or get out and travel for the Lord. And my heart said, go for it, honey. So it's such a long story. It'll be in the book that'll come out someday. So I started writing then and carrying my guitar, getting on the bus. And my mother walked me 7 miles to the bus, and when I started to get on the bus, she put a little tag around my neck that said Dottie Rambo, and here's her address, in case I got lost, see? Well, I was 12 going on 15, see? Well, she walked me to the bus, and I stepped on the bus. She was crying. She said, Dottie, I'm going to worry God to death. Now listen to this line. So he'll take care of you. I've been on the road since I was 12 and never stopped writing. And all the surgeries I've had, the words keep coming when I couldn't even sit up.
Just keep coming.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things I was going to ask, because when you mentioned the number, that is just astounding. And your music is just as fresh today, and I can say for myself, as it was 30 years ago to me.
Well, it's amazing. Everywhere I look, Tommy, listen, and Larry Ferguson, my manager, he'll come running in. Hey, Mom, I got another surprise. So-and-so's got a big hit. And they're just coming out the works and winning doves and, you know, Grammys some. And, of course, this big thing with Dolly and myself doing a video and a CD get together. They're already announcing that everywhere. And
well, you know, now see that just puts two really precious people that are really dear to my heart, because I know Dolly from times that she worked in the studios here as well, and I've followed her career along the way. But before, because I know there's going to be some great things coming, but I want to talk a little bit about quartet music, because as a very young person, in most cases, unless you were in a church where there was a choir, what you really heard was quartet. And the Southern gospel music as a bass. How did you fit into that as a soloist?
Well, see, we had revivals all over the country. I did the speaking, I did the singing, I did it all. So when the trio got together, we were standing in the hall. We bought a ticket to get in, and before J.D. Sumner died, way back yonder, he said, "I heard you people could sing." And we had our instruments in the car, and he said, "I want to hear you." Standing over in a corner with our music when got it. And we said, "Well, we heard we could." Got on stage, we did. He looked beyond my faults and saw my needs. And finally, James Blackwood, J.D., and the whole gang, the Spear family, everybody was on the stage, and we probably sang it for a half hour.
Wow. Let's talk about this tribute.
Yeah.
Because this is something that we want everybody to know about, because it is so nice to say thank you and I love you when you can see and you can hear it. Tell me a little bit about this.
Well, first of all, I was very shocked, and I was very sick when they first talked about the documentary, and they have that finished now. And now they're working on the music and the people that's going to be singing it. Barbara Mandrell is going to be hosting, and Crystal Gale's on, and help me out. Albertina Walker, Jesse Dixon. I'm black and whiting them up here.
That's
trying
great.
to think.
And you know what? And we don't really have to worry too much about it, because what I'm going to do
I'm not worried.
I've got a list, and I didn't bring the list on the set with me.
Okay.
But when we put this together, I'll make sure that we listen a lot of these
I'm
things.
so excited. It's going to be done July 31st. Tickets are on sale now, and I'm going to be kind of interjecting with some of them, although I didn't want to. And for the first time since my children have been born, my grandkids, Reba and I may be singing a song with her, the three generations, and she's going to be doing, my 15-year-old granddaughter, she'll be doing my song, "I Will Lift You There," and this you won't believe. You will not believe.
Well, I plan to be there.
You better be
I hope
there.
I'm going to be backstage doing some things, but
I hope
if
so.
not, I'll be out in the audience. I promise you that much.
Oh.
Now, this is going to take place at the Ryman Auditorium.
Ryman, I'm sorry, yes.
And it will be July
31st.
31st. And we're going to put some information. Let me say this. If someone needed to get in touch with you, how could they do that? I mean, if they wanted to write to you or wanted to contact you, is there a website?
Website is dottierambo.org.
Okay. Dottie Rambo Ministries, care of Larry Ferguson, P.O. Box 120039, Nashville, Tennessee, 37212. Or you could call 615 is the area code, 2790710. And you can go on the internet at www.dottierambo.org. I can see
Now,
a monitor.
see there, see
They got
there.
it on the monitor so I can see
I
it
would
all
have
right
never
there.
gotten that all in there. We call that an idiot sheet
Yes,
on
yes.
television.
But
we
listen,
do.
I know that you're very, very busy, and I'm just excited. I'm just so excited. You don't know what it means to me and to our viewers to be able to spend some time with a true legend. And you may say no, but listen, we'll give you your flowers while you can see and you can smell them. You're just a remarkable lady. The Lord has blessed, and I know that you've had some difficult times, but through it all,
Don't make me cry.
Oh, I don't want to make you cry, but you know,
But I cry easily.
and I tell people, I told you the same thing. I watch you on TBN. I know this is another station, it's going to be other, but I watch you on TBN, and I appreciate your countenance, and I appreciate your ministry, and I want you to know that you are a blessing to more people than you probably ever will know. And I just appreciate
That's so
you
sweet.
taking
So
time.
sweet. And I have a hard time, Tommy, even receiving that. And I'm saying, God, I'm just a little country girl that's been around the world 3 times, you know, that still feels like I'm a country girl. And I say, why do they say things like that to me? And that's really the truth. I don't know why people feel like me as they do.
When you give love, you get love in return.